Hi, everyone. Welcome to the session on a topic essential for effective broadcasting, the radio script writing. So, along the way, we'll also explore the essentials of script mechanics, the principles of effective radio writing, and maybe even share crafting a short radio talk together. So maybe just a quick brief summary on what is radio script. A radio script is more than just words on a page. It's the foundation of a successful broadcast. So it ensures that every part of the program runs smoothly, professionally, and without unnecessary hiccups. So what makes our radio scripts essential? First, they provide accuracy when speaking to large audiences, especially in radio. There is no room for mistakes. So every fact and piece of information must be very verified and clearly presented to maintain trust and credibility. Second is it brings clarity. So they help keep messaging focused and easily for listeners to follow. So without a script, a host may crumble or lose direction, leaving the audience confused or disengaged. A clear script ensures that the message is delivered in a way that it resonates. And finally, scripts are to be ensured consistent. So they help maintain a logical flow throughout the broadcast, keeping transition smooth and the tone professional. So a good radio script transforms what could be a chaotic broadcast into an engaging and seamless experience, both for the host and its audiences. So now let's get started and uncover what it takes to create a compelling content for the airwaves. So today we'll be diving into the three main types of radio scripts: news scripts, interview scripts, and public service announcements. So whether they're a budding broadcaster, maybe someone into communication channels, or maybe you're just curious about how it goes behind the scenes, this topic is very important for you. Well, these scripts provide the backbone for communicating in a structured, professional, and impactful way. So by understanding their unique purposes and characteristics, will be better equipped to craft messages that resonates with your audiences. Right. So the first type of script that we will explore is the news script. So one of the most structured and detail-oriented formats in broadcasting are news scripts, because they're carefully crafted to deliver factual, relevant, and timely information to your audiences. Is also especially important in today's fast-paced media landscape, where misinformation can spread very easily. The primary purpose of a news script is to inform, whether it's about local, national, or global events. Unlike editorial content or opinion pieces, news scripts are entirely objective, so they focus on presenting the facts without any personal interpretation or bias, even from your broadcaster, ensuring that the audiences receives accurate and impartial information. So, in terms of structure, news scripts follow a clear and logical format. They typically begin with a headline, a summary that grabs the listener's attention. It also followed by the key details on who, what, where, and when of the story, and then additional context to help the audience understand its broader significance. So maybe, for example, if reporting on a national disaster, the script might start with the number of people affected, move to the details about the location and timing, and conclude with an explanation of its wider impact. So, by adhering to this type of format and maintaining our objective tone, news scripts ensure that important stories are being delivered with clarity and professionalism. So, how do you write an effective news script? So, the key is to follow the inverted pyramid style, which is the gold standard in news writing. So, this approach starts with the most critical detail: the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Think of it this way: like, even if a listener tunes in late or only hears the beginning of your story, they should still walk away with, like the essential information. So, keep your sentences short and concise, maybe ideally about 10 to 15 words, avoiding too much jargon or maybe overly technical languages. Broadcasting is really about connecting with a broad audience, so your words should be simple, clear, and accessible to everyone. Verification as well is another critical step in writing our new scripts. So before anything goes on air, please double check every fact and your resources. Even one small error can apparently harm your credibility and erode your audience's trust. Finally, maintain an objective tone. So, a new script isn't the place for personal opinions or your emotional appeals. Its primary focus or purpose is to inform the audience with accuracy and professionalism. The next type of script that I'll be exploring is the interview scripts, which apparently strikes a perfect balance between structure and spontaneity. Unlike news scripts, which are fully written out, interview scripts function more flexible outlines designed to guide the conversation while leaving room for your natural interaction. So, interview scripts are particularly valuable in formal settings such as interviews with high profile guests or maybe just a discussion on complex topics. So, for example, if you're speaking, let's say, with an author about their latest book, having a prepared list of questions ensure that you cover all the key points while still allowing space for organic dialogue. The primary goal for our interview script is for us to be able to create a conversation that feels engaging at the same time natural. So for us to be able to achieve this, questions should be an open-minded, encouraging your guests to provide details and thoughtful responses. So maybe, for example, instead of asking a closed question like, "Did you enjoy writing the book?" you might want to say like, "What inspired you to write this book, and how did the process evolve over time?" This type of approaches invites your guests to share their insights and experiences in greater depth. Additionally, a good interview script includes notes for follow-up questions and smooth transitions between topics. So this ensures the conversation flows seamlessly while keeping the tone and being approachable and engaging. When structuring interview script, we began with a strong introduction. This most likely sets out the stage for the conversations and give your audience context about the guest. So maybe a warm, friendly introduction helps establishes a rapport right away. So next, you might want to prepare a key functions and follow-up ideas. Good questions are open-ended and encourage the guest to share detailed insights. Like for example, instead of asking what is difficult to write this book, you wanted to say what challenges did you face during writing process and how did you overcome them. These kinds of questions lead to a richer conversations, includes note for transitions and essential for maintaining like a smooth flow. So in summary, leaving the audience with a memorable takeaway. The third script type that I'll be discussing is public service announcements, or what we call PSAs. So PSAs are short, impactful messages designed to inform, educate, or motivate the public on specific issues. Unlike news scripts or interviews, PCAs aren't about discussions or storytelling. They apparently focus on delivering a clear and concise call to action. So for example, a PSA might raise awareness about our any upcoming community event like blood donation drive, share a simple safety tip, maybe such as remind to wear your seatbelt, it saves life, like any other emergencies. BSAs become even more critical. So they can provide urgent updates like hurricane or health protocols or any typhoon that might come in, like especially here in the Philippines. Typically submitted by nonprofit organization, government agencies, or maybe one of our small community community groups. So PSAs are created with one purpose in mind, and that is to benefit the public. So whether you are raising awareness or encouraging action, PSAs are as essential tools for making a positive impact in the community. Um, Writing effective PSA. So keeping it short and simple is always the key. PSAs are usually about 30 to 60 seconds long, which means you only have about 75 to about 150 words to share your message. So to make most of the time, focus on one clear idea. For example, if you're promoting a health campaign, stick to one goal, like maybe encouraging vaccinations instead of trying to cover multiple topics. The language we usually use here should be persuasive and emotional. We need to connect with our audiences by appealing to things they care about, like safety, family, and maybe even community. So, for example, instead of just saying wear seatbelts, you could apparently say every time you buckle up, your keeping your loved ones safe. Yeah. Finally, always include a clear call to action at the end. So please let the people know exactly what they should do next, like visiting a website or maybe calling a number or attending an event. A strong call to action. Make sure that your message leads to an action. So now that we've covered all the three script types, let's take a moment to maybe compare them side by side, like the table that I have here. So each type serves a unique purpose and is tailored to a specific needs in broadcasting. News scripts focus on delivering facts and events with a neutral and formal style. They are most likely fully written out to ensure accuracy and clarity, making them ideal for informing and educating our audience. Interview scripts, on the other hand, are a bit more flexible. They're structured as an outline or maybe a set of questions, allowing for a natural and engaging dialogue. The scripts are also conversational in style and aim to explore topics in depth while keeping the flow smooth and structured. Finally, PSA, very short, concise, script designed to motivate and inform our audience. So, structurally, news scripts are detailed and fully written. Interview scripts provide a framework for discussion, and PSAs. So, to wrap it up, we've explored three essential types of scripts in broadcasting. News scripts focus on informing and accuracy with neutrality. Interview scripts aim to create engaging and meaningful conversations, and PSAs are designed to motivate the audience with concise and impactful messages. Now, a well-crafted script not only organizes your message but also ensures it connects with your listeners. So there you have it. Thank you so much, guys. By the way, these are my references. Thank you.